I am recording.
Are we live?
We are live. Welcome to the first test
Cool.
run of a possible new podcast starring myself, Nicholas Vergadante, Angela, and Colin, and
Yo.
also Ethan coming in a little later. Probably TM. We'll find out. So what's
maybe not
popping
at
with
all.
you guys? Yeah, who knows? Maybe somebody else will pop in. We'll see. Anyways, what's going on with you guys? What did you want to talk about, Colin? Nice. Excellent start. Brilliant. Thank you.
You want? I could talk about Vim for a while.
No!
Oh,
my
I
God.
can't contribute.
No, you have to talk about something that we can all talk about. Oh my God. All right, I have something. I do have something.
After Angela said that, I was like, okay, we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about.
You said you had something.
I'm recording in 3. No, I didn't. I said I was gonna talk about Vim.
You said have you started yet? And I was like, okay, I thought you had something to talk about.
I was trying to do the bit at the beginning of the podcast where they always go, "Are we recording?"
Because I also worried about that. I do have something that we can talk about. It's pretty generic, but at least it's something that we can go off of.
Okay.
Which is the Electronic Entertainment Expo that just happened this week.
Oh, E3.
Big
yeah.
E3.
You
guys...
Elden Ring.
Oh my God. We didn't see anything from that trailer.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Jesus Christ. That
Dude,
game,
I don't care. It looks good.
It has the potential to be interesting, but we need to see more shit, okay? We literally
Angela,
just
did you
saw
watch
some
E3?
shitty cinematics.
No, I didn't. The only thing I really know from it was, you're outstanding.
Oh, the fucking Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
That shit was
Yeah.
Can you pronounce his name again?
Keanu Reeves.
No,
Okay.
that is not.
Okay.
How do you say his name?
Keanu.
Oh my God. Potato, alright? I bet if I
Not at all.
I bet
Not
if
at all.
if I met Keanu Reeves in person
No,
and I
stop.
called him that, he would be totally fine with it.
Well, yeah, because he's like a decent human being, and he's not gonna like.
Fucking phenomenal.
Are you sure? I feel like that's a totally okay way to say that name. Is that not how he says it?
No, he says it Keanu.
This is like Rihanna all over again, where we're all saying Rihanna for like fucking like 10 years,
Yeah.
and it's actually Rihanna.
Wait.
Is it really?
Is that true?
Yes, it's Ree and then Anna.
What? Did she just come out and say that at some point?
She was just saying, "Hey, it's Rihanna," and then everybody was like, "Holy shit, we're saying her name wrong." So she like introduced herself and pronounced it that way.
What the fuck? Are you serious? What?
Yes, I am.
Why? How has this not come up before now? Like in just pop culture in general? Like
I guess she just
never
gave up
corrected
trying to
anybody?
correct people.
Wow, that's advanced. I guess if I were in the shoes of Rihanna and not wanting to correct everybody to say my name is Rihanna, I
It's
guess
not
I can
like
understand that.
a default name.
Yeah, no, that is a stage name that she made for herself. So like, it's
Oh, it is. I thought it was her actual name. That it was like
Oh.
an exotic name.
It's not.
What's her real name?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Rihanna.
Robin.
Robin.
Robin. Oh my god.
What? Oh, so
Robin.
it's not just me, it seems. Interesting.
Oh, her last name is Fenty? No fucking way.
Why?
Fentanyl?
I mean...
No. Like her makeup brand is Fenty Beauty. I thought Fenty was just a made up name. It's her fucking last name.
Oh.
Interesting. So
Here, look at the video that I'm posting.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna be great for our audio podcast.
10 minutes dead air.
No, we'll just add in the audio from the
Oh,
video.
okay, yeah.
Just
We'll put it
on...
in the link dump. Put it in the link dump.
Oh my god, dude! Do they? I don't think they even do link dumps for like the RT podcast anymore.
They don't. That was I don't think that. I think that was like an Internet Box original thing.
No, it was in the old RT podcast, like way back when. I remember because
like when it was still called Drunk Tank.
Yeah.
Right,
Back in Drunk Tank days, they did that, but they don't do it anymore because on their new system, it just doesn't fit with their UI, I guess, or maybe there's some legal things that they didn't want to deal with by
Yeah,
posting links.
the last one I can find was from 5 years ago. It was
My.
Yeah.
71.
So you know that song? Oh na na, what's my name? That was by Rihanna. Okay, cool.
There's a lot of songs
don't
by
know that song.
Rihanna.
No? What's my name? You would know the song if it played.
Okay, let me.
I'm just trying to find if she, because it says her middle name is Rihanna, but I want to see if she gave herself that middle name or if that was actually.
I don't know this song.
If that was actually her birth.
That was
middle
probably
name.
her middle name. Like James Charles, his last name is like something random. Charles is his middle name. So he goes by his first and his middle name.
I just realized both my parents they changed their first names to their middle names.
What?
My mom's
You just
name
realized
is
that?
my mom's name is Angela Victoria Todd or Angela Victoria Hodgson, and she changed it to Victoria Angela Hodgson.
But
Actually, no, she changed it to Victoria Hodgson Todd, and then my dad's name is Gabe Robert Todd, and he changed it to Robert Gabriel Todd.
Why?
Are they like people that go by their middle name and so they just decided to switch it?
I have no idea. I have to ask them about that. I've always known that, but I never really like thought about it.
But that's interesting. See, my brother goes by his middle name, like he's like one of those people. And so I could get if you're like ready to change your name, like if your mom was gonna change her last name, that she just decided to switch her first and middle name.
Okay.
Just because it was convenient, you could do it all in one go.
Yeah. I think that's what my
how did
parents
that
did.
become a thing? Like, I guess people, like, do your parents introduce you by your middle name for some reason, and other people just decide that they're going to start calling you by your middle
People
name?
just probably like them, like, Sastre goes by Sastre.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. That's true.
See,
guys hear
with
me?
my brother,
Yes.
he's...
Hello,
Yeah.
Ethan.
Sorry.
What's poppin'?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
I didn't mean
no,
to interrupt you, Angela.
Your audio's good.
All right. Sorry, I was in tops, and then I answered the call, and then my phone died.
Oh my. Yeah, we saw your beautiful face for just a moment, and then figured out. We wondered where you went. But yeah, we were just talking about how people like start going by their middle names instead of their first names. I was curious about how that came about. But yeah, I guess you're right, because Sastre, that's just a bastardization of his last name, so...
That is his last name. What do you mean bastardization?
Okay, but like...
what the fuck are you talking about?
No, but you know what I mean, right? Like we always think of it.
No.
Like, at least I always think of it when I call him Sauce Tray. I am calling him like the word sauce and then the word tray. I'm not calling him SOSTRE.
I
I'm
asked
calling
him...
him SOSTRE.
Really? Sauce Tray. See, in the beginning it was Sauce Tray, but now it's just Sauce Tray.
I don't know. Maybe agree.
Well, for people deciding to go by their middle name instead, usually that happens where if the kid was named after their father. So, like with my brother,
I got
John
you.
Nicholas Hudak III,
Oh,
and
God, yeah.
my mom was like, "Fuck no, we're not calling him John," and so they called him Nicholas instead.
My dad is named after my grandpa. His middle name. Actually, no. It's weird. His middle name is my grandpa's name. My grandpa's name is Bobby, and my dad's middle name is Robert. I guess now his first name's
His
Robert.
legal name is Bobby? Like, that's not a nickname?
No.
What?
His name's Robert.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But like he goes by Bobby.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. So there definitely are people whose legal first names like is Bob or Bobby, and that blows my mind. But like that's not impossible. So I was just wondering if that was the case.
I'd like to talk about how ThinkGeek has a category for Tolkien that's completely empty.
What is the category for Tolkien?
Like Lord of the Rings shit. Like you click on it and it brings you to an empty page.
Oh.
It's like,
Oops. Whoopsie.
What
the ThinkGeek.
I guess they sold out on a bunch of shit.
yeah, but there are other ones that had like sold out on them, so there's nothing here to begin with.
Maybe they used to have merchandise and now they don't sell it, so it's not on their page, and they just left it there in case they
Probably,
knew
yeah.
Lord of the Rings merchandise.
So much shit is out of stock.
Do you guys think that, like, you just mentioned that your brother's name was something that, what was it?
John Nicholas Hudak the Third.
Yeah, John the Third. So like that shit's always been related to like, you know, heritage and lineage stuff. Now that we're not living in fucking feudal monarchies, do you think that's gonna go away? Do you think people are gonna stop caring about that?
I think probably just because like eventually, yeah, because like other cultures do it differently. So like when like I'm surprised that it's like stuck around as much as it has, to be honest, with like the information age.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like I can see the value in carrying on a family name to some degree. Like it's supposed to be a signifier of like so that you remember the people before you.
I guess so.
Hey Ethan, are you doing some dishes right now? we can kind of pick that up a little bit.
Ooh.
How do I mute this shit?
That's something you're gonna have to figure out on your end.
It's a good first episode. I like this shit. We're posting this.
Oh yeah, no. This
Everybody
is going
slow
up.
down.
Yep.
Slow down for 1 sec.
Okay.
All right. First of all, if you're posting this, I'd like to put on the record that they said 8:30, and I said maybe a little bit after that. And then
Yeah,
you called me.
no. We're okay with that.
Yeah.
We were totally expecting it. We just started. We said, okay, you could come a little bit later. We were just gonna like get things rolling. So it's already prepared for you when you came and join us.
I'm in the middle of tops. I get a group call.
Well, yeah, but I was calling. I'm calling the other two to make sure the audio is all good, so the recording sounds fine when we actually start. I just wanted to get the call rolling. You didn't have to accept it.
All right, here's the deal.
Okay, what's the deal, Ethan?
How does this work?
What?
So this is just us talking, and then it's gonna go somewhere, and people are gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
This
is a test podcast right now. So we're just recording this, and we're gonna post it into CSH Slack, and then Brandon Chu's gonna listen to it, and he's gonna tear us apart, and then
Fuck you, Bichu.
we'll go from there, and we'll try and do some more test runs and see what works, what cast works, and what are the details.
Question though.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Another question.
Is the video gonna be part of it?
No.
No.
This is audio only right now. We could do video.
Oh, I'm still
in the
showing my
future.
screen. I forgot about that.
I mean, that's fine. I'm interested in what you're looking at on your screen.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
me
It's
too.
fun to watch.
Really?
But
Yeah.
this is just gonna be audio only for the first run. Partially because I don't have a lot of space on my computer, and so I can't save that much video recordings on my desktop.
That's fair.
So
what did I miss so far? Like I've never done this. Like what did I?
you didn't miss.
Anything?
I mean, literally, that's like what I introduced you on was what we were just starting on as a topic, which was the whole
perfect.
naming thing. Weird middle names becoming first names or whatever. So we're just talking about how
That's gonna be on the timestamp list.
family names are going by the wayside, it seems. I know I was named, like my dad was named Vincent Francis Mercadante, and I think his dad's first name was Francis, so that's why he got the middle name of Francis, and then I got the middle name of Vincent because that's my dad's name.
That's how mine is. My dad's name's Michael, and my middle name's Michael.
Okay.
My grandpa's name is Theodore. My middle name's Theodore.
See, I think it's gonna continue. Possibly naming the exact same name. Like how like my brother's like the third. I have like a cousin that's like the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'll maybe like go away.
Yeah.
I plan on trying to do it because I think it's fucking cool.
Okay.
I don't know if other people think that way, but
I don't know.
I
I just
I'm
see
not
a-
having kids, so I don't get to say this.
Same, bro. Same, bro.
Yeah.
Vasectomy on the way.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of kids these days getting named Daenerys and Hermione, so like I'm wondering.
yeah. See,
Dude, I
people
love
want to
all
name
the-
them like
Oh,
cool
wait.
shit.
Has
Yeah.
everyone here seen Game of Thrones?
You know,
I'm not gonna
I have
spoil
not
it.
seen it.
Okay,
It doesn't,
never mind,
dude.
never mind.
I've never
nobody
seen it. I
cares.
never will.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
but we're
know.
posting. This is actually no. Beach is gonna be. We can cut this. So like, in the second last episode, like the main character like goes fucking nuts and like murders an entire city,
Yeah.
and now there are like thousands of babies named after like a fictional mass murderer.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about
shit,
that.
you're right.
That's why like some people were
Oh.
really mad because they like in the first couple seasons they were naming their kids after Daenerys because
Yeah,
was like
she was like a noble, like
Yeah,
oh, free
she
the
was a-
slaves, oh.
she was a great female role model until she went fucking insane.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really funny. Like, I did not follow Game of Thrones for its entirety, and within the last season, that was probably the closest I ever got to being like, you know what, maybe I'll get into this. And then I hear about the last 2 episodes, and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna hear about this tire fire for a while and just not even bother. So that was fun. Like, I now know a lot more about Game of Thrones than I used to, just because everybody was talking about the ending nonstop.
And how shit it was.
I've heard a lot of different opinions on it. Like, from what I understand, I don't know. I was listening to like the Funhouse podcast on the Game of Thrones finale, and like a lot of them were saying that like there were a lot. The idea was okay. It was just very poor execution, is what it seemed.
Yeah, it was very rushed.
So George R. R. Martin like said like, okay, this is how the series is, how like the books are like gonna end, like broad strokes, and then they had to get from where they were in season like 5 or 6, I think, to where they needed to be, and they just didn't do that well. That was it.
Right, but they could have made more seasons, right?
Yeah, HBO offered to let them do like a full like length season, like a full 10 episodes for the season 8, and they didn't, and I don't know why.
I don't get that.
And they also had the ability to do more seasons too. I think like it was just a combination of like the fucking writers didn't want to do it anymore, and a lot of the cast. Like, I know for a fact that what's her name, Sansa, her actress didn't want to do Game of Thrones anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
And now they're going to do Star Wars now, right? Like the writers.
Oh yeah, they're doing the 4th trilogy.
Oh boy, I'm fucking terrified.
No. Why? I thought they were giving Rian Johnson a trilogy. Is this a different trilogy? Or...
I don't know why everyone gets a trilogy now.
Because trilogies are what makes money, okay? That is a firm rule of entertainment business. If you want to make a lot of money, you have to make sure that your idea is good enough to milk 3 movies out of. That's why
Divergent.
They turned The Hobbit into 3 movies for that reason.
The Hangover.
The Hangover, 3 movies. It almost always seems to end badly, but they just keep doing it because it does still turn them a profit. So that's just how it be. Except
The Hangover 3 was fucking crazy dope.
There are good examples of finales in trilogies. Episode 6, a lot of people don't think it's as good as Episode 5, but it was still a good ending to the trilogy, I feel like. And arguably...
Are you talking about Star Wars?
Yeah. Just talking about trilogies in general, and then, like, even though... Hey, Ethan, what are you doing over there? What's going on? You shaking something out?
I was actually doing my blender bottle. What about it?
Oh, okay. we could just hear all of that. So I'm sure Brendan Chu will love to hear that once he.
That's fucking funny. No, keep that. Yeah. That's
no,
funny.
I'm not editing this. This is literally just going straight from the recording directly to Slack and probably my.
Well, bet. Because me and Bichu keep a gym snap streak, even though like he does rest day like 4 out of 7 days, but it's whatever.
He's yelling at me for doing rest day, and then he does like 3 in a row. I'm like, what are you doing?
This is now a Brandon Chu roastcast. Oh man, I mean, it's good that you're going to the gym though. I've been fucking trying to keep on the weekly schedule, 5 days a week. Because they, at least at the Army hotel, or not the hotel, but on base, there is a gym that I can just go to because I have my military ID. But just trying to stay in shape over the summer. I didn't do it last summer because the gym that they had at MITRE was like you had to pay even if you were working there. And it was just like I wasn't really about that. But then I lost all the muscle I had gained from the spring semester, and so I had to like start back from square one in the fall.
Yeah. I'm trying to lose 75 pounds before I get back to school.
Holy shit! I don't know if that's healthy. That's a lot of pounds.
Do it right.
I don't think it's possible to do healthily. I'm gonna be honest.
So like I guess that's like a goal that you could set, and then even if you don't reach it, like you still can make it like a really far ways just by having that as a goal, as long as
I guess
towards that.
Yeah. Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you'll land among the stars or some other white girl.
Yeah.
Yup. That was perfect. Perfect quote. I remember that fucking plastered on every middle school like teacher's back wall on the whiteboard. Miss. No, I don't. I was about to say I miss middle school. No, I don't. No, I don't. Fucking middle school is shit.
Dude, if you miss middle school, your life's got to be pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, like middle school is an important experience to be sure, but it's also usually a pretty shitty one. Like my little cousin apparently had her like middle school orientation recently, and apparently she was in tears like the night after orientation. She wasn't even in school yet, and she was already in tears.
Oh.
And it's just
Like good tears or bad tears?
No, bad tears. She's
Oh.
she's very anxious. Like she's a very anxious child, so she's just getting worked up about a lot of stuff, which is understandable. And I think it was also her birthday recently, so I was sending her text messages, and she was telling me that she was going to middle school soon. I was just like, oh yeah, middle school.
She's texting you and she's not even in middle school yet?
Yeah, no, she has a cell phone. I don't know, man. These fucking Zoomers, they just have it all.
Zoomer.
That she would be a Zoomer, right? Is that the right
Yeah.
I fucking
timeline?
know what that is.
Okay.
I think you're right.
I don't know. The fucking generation gaps are
Who
always
are the
so-
gloomers? That's what I'm kind of.
What is? I've never heard of that. Is that a thing?
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
so-
off, bro.
No.
we're not the gloomers. We're
We're
I think we're doomers. I think we're doomers.
No.
What the fuck is this?
What happened to fucking?
Hang
What happened to millennials?
Hang on.
They-
Millennials are like our parents.
What? I thought they were.
No, millennial. No, that's. I think
Is
millennials are like
Are they a few years
um,
before us?
they're like mid-20s.
Okay,
Right
so
now.
we're not far from being millennials, but like I thought it was millennials and then Gen Z was the next thing, and there was a dispute over where one ended and the
This
other
is
began.
this is a gloomer.
Leftist or
This guy.
fascist? Probably both.
Oh,
I've actually seen
okay,
that
so
video.
this is some made up shit. All right,
No, it's not made up. It's hang on.
you literally looked it up on knowyourmeme.com. Okay. That's a fucking meme. That's not real. It has it uses Wojak as
Wojak.
the person. As its main symbol, okay? No, we're not. Just give me the TLDR on this. We're not just gonna let the audio die out for half an hour
Yeah,
so we
okay,
can
uh,
learn all the lore on boomers, gloomers, and zoomers, okay?
Okay.
I don't
There
think
we
that's
go.
real.
Are you a
I think
doomer?
that's. No.
Doomer is like the nihilist, like my life's over at like 25 kind
Yeah,
of
but
thing. I
that's
think.
that's not an age group, Colin. That's just a.
Well,
That's-
neither is Zoomer.
Yeah, no, I think.
Oh, it
well,
is.
Yeah, no, Zoomer is a real thing.
Okay, yeah, you're a Zoomer, Angela.
Oh, fuck you.
I'm a wait, no.
You're
Oh
a
no, the
boomer.
30-year-old. Okay, so it's not a baby boomer; it's a 30-year-old boomer. That's the thing.
Okay, but also that's not what a boomer is. Baby boomers is a defined generation that doesn't go
Yeah,
until
but-
1999.
But a boomer is like a baby boomer,
That's
boomer and a
probably
boomer are
not
two
right.
different things.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you're
Baby
okay.
boomers.
Like this is like a 30-year-old boomer. Like that's the hang on.
It's just another meme. This isn't like okay.
It's like
We
it's like the
live-
guys that are like
That's how
obsessed with. It's the guys who
Yeah,
are obsessed with like
memes.
mowing their lawns and shit.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
these. And then the Zoomer is like their son. They're like kids that like woken up on like Saturday mornings by them mowing the lawn.
I'm talking about widely like historically accepted terms for
These will be.
these generation. Colin
That's
Todd,
true.
I hate to say that you're right, but you're probably right. But for
I
the
know.
time,
I know. I'm right.
for the time being, go fuck yourself. That's not what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I was just basically like, yeah, it's gonna be a time. I didn't say it was I didn't explicitly say it was gonna be a shitty time, but I was just like, you're just gonna have to like go through it, and you'll just try to make the most of it, cause like that's all you can do. Like you gotta just.
I did that. I did that to my brother. I was like, because he got like invited to the National Honor Society. I was like, you don't want to do that.
What? I was in National Honor Society. That's just fine.
It's like completely dependent on what school you go to.
Okay.
Because like it might be like this really cool, like not cool, but like it might be this nice thing where like you get all these educational opportunities and all that bullshit.
Mhm.
But it also might just be like, oh, today we're gonna go pick up trash for 12 hours. And also, anyone who applies, we let in.
I see.
Was this high school shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like the honors program at RIT is really fucking good. Because it's
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
has actual like GPA requirements and
Yeah.
like shit like that.
That was
And like they
Trying to
do
take
cool
honor
shit.
classes.
Yeah. That's like
Yeah,
the
but
main
colleges
benefit.
love a National Honor Society.
Yeah, I know that. Like they fucking love it, but like I think they're gonna love it less, like soon, because they're
Once
gonna
they
realize that
realize-
like they just let fucking anybody in.
I feel also that might be controversial, but I feel like it's also how like the Eagle Scout is, because
Oh, you're
like,
totally
Eagle
right.
Scout people act like it's like a huge accomplishment, but low key I did it and it was like pretty.
You were an
easy.
Eagle Scout?
Yeah, bro, this shit was like not hard. Like they're like, oh, you gotta do this, this, and this, and I was like I already know how to do this. Like I'm not really learning
we
it.
get a few Eagle Scouts every year. It's like you just and depending, it was really. I think there was somebody our freshman year, like my freshman year, that was like an Eagle Scout, and that was like his whole personality or whatever. That was what he just kept bringing it up to the point where it was kind of weird how often he brought it up.
Yikes.
I think he got conditionaled, and then his fucking seminar that he did to like complete his conditional was talking about
One Harry Potter movie.
was talking about how
Oh my God.
he was talking about different like Boy Scouts like songs or campfire songs or whatever, and that was his whole seminar where he just taught people campfire songs. Just like,
It's a red flag, not gonna lie.
all right, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I guess I think that's another thing where it just depends on which scout group you're in. Like because it's it's locally organized at some level, so it just depends on who's running the show. I know for my National Honor Society, I had to log some hours of community service, but I did that by being what's it called? I just was the vice president of our school's recycling club, and literally all that meant was
Recycling club.
yeah.
Vice president of my high school recycling club. Nick Mariante.
It's an amazing
Dude,
title.
change your fucking Slack thing to that.
Literally all I had to do was fucking just go up and down the halls of our school like every once or twice a week and just collect all the recycling bins in like the larger containers.
You
that
were
they
a
had
janitor.
outside. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You were entitled janitor.
Yeah, and I got community service hours for that. And so that let me get into National Honor Society as well as my grades. It was also GPA dependent. So
Is that the first message you send to girls on Tinder? Like I was vice president of my high school
that is
recycling club.
absolutely the first one. Good God.
I was a part of the English Honor Society, and like our quote-unquote community service, we had to do like hours of help. So we'd have to go into the library and like organize books for how many hours.
Yikes.
Damn. I was in debate club team. That was really it. It was fun. Oh, I was also in tech team, but that kind of sucked because there were a lot of undesirables in there.
Mm-hmm.
Undesirable.
And a lot of them are now here too.
Colin, can you? I want to. Can you enlighten us on some Connecticut lore? If there's anything
sure.
I want to
Hit me
make,
up.
you know what? If there's something I want to make a regular segment of the show, so we should get some Connecticut lore every
Okay.
episode.
Oh
I
my
think
God.
that should be a thing. If we're gonna make anything a thing, that should be a thing.
Colin, I think my favorite thing about my trip to Connecticut with you was when I was like, what do you guys do in Connecticut? Like, what is there to see? And you're like, well, there's pizza, there's Sandy Hook, there's beaches. I was like, excuse me?
Do you want to see the school where all these fucking kids died?
You can't. They fucking demolished it. They demolished it and then they built a new one in the same place.
So now it's like an ancient Indian burial ground, but with kids.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Is that what it is now?
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's cursed land.
We used to call the kids that went there on the bus like Sandy Hookers before it happened, but now we can't.
Oh.
Legally prohibited. You will
Like,
get arrested.
We were like, oh, because we were like, oh yeah, Sandy Hooker, haha.
Jesus
Yikes.
Christ.
That
Big
was like
yikes.
the big joke.
Oh my
Man.
god.
They stayed Sandy Hookers.
Oh
Some of them
no.
did.
No. Oh my god. Rest in peace.
Is that allowed?
Is any of this allowed? Are we entering not allowed territory in our first
No.
episode? The answer is yes.
Okay, so who's gonna hear this? Just
Yeah,
Pichu?
exactly. No, that's
I
why
think
this,
everything's allowed.
that's why this is a test episode. Nobody
Yeah,
like you
okay.
don't have to give a shit about what is or isn't allowed in a test
Okay.
episode.
What?
Cool.
So you can just fucking
Wait, so
roll.
literally nobody's gonna hear this except for Bichu?
Well, okay. Don't go out and say the N-word. Like, just
Damn.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying literally like what I'm saying is not gonna be heard by anybody. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just like trying to figure out.
The only way I can see this episode comes out for real is if we somehow make a super ridiculously popular podcast and people want us to release our test episodes from the vault. And you know, if CSH survives somehow past this year, that's the only way that could even happen. I don't know if that's gonna happen. So we'll see.
You think it might not survive?
That's not gonna happen.
We'll see. The answer is most likely not. There's a 90% chance that this episode will not get aired anywhere publicly. But keep in mind, that's still 10% of don't say stupid shit that can get you incriminated.
I'm not gonna do that. I just want to know like if it's
Frustrated.
just Bichu, like I mean we're not gonna talk about like other stuff. I get like you know what I mean. I guess it's just a test run, but
Okay. What I mean by that is I am going to post the episode into the Social Ideas channel, and then anybody who wants to look at it can and give it a review. Beachy was just the one that said, "Hi, I'm going put it up here so I can look at it and tear your asses apart." So
okay, so it's going to a public channel.
yes,
Yeah.
it is going to a public channel. That is correct.
So when you say Bichu's the only one that's gonna hear this, that's just a flat out lie.
That is a flat out lie. Yes, Ethan, that is in fact a flat out lie.
You guys just spent 5 minutes confirming to me that Bichu is in fact the only one that's gonna hear this, unless
That's
we take it out
why
of the call.
I was
Unless anybody
by the
else
way.
clicks this thing that I put in a public.
I'm gonna
why-
post it in the
that's-
public channel for all Alright.
That's why I was walking myself down from that, okay? I was using a little bit of an exaggeration,
time.
okay? I thought, I literally posted that in the channel. You need to read is the thing. I
You need
I'll just
you
use
need
all
to
day.
read is what I'm saying.
I literally
Oh.
posted in the channel. I was just taking what Brandon said and exaggerating on it because it's still just gonna be an episode of some fuckers just talking about shit, and getting people to go out of their way to listen to that is gonna take time out of people's day. So if he's committed to listening to that, that's cool. If anybody else does, that's interesting. And we'll see where it goes from there. But yeah.
Well,
Back
I'm
on
telling
the
you right now.
topic.
What topic? We were high school.
I forget.
High school, honor societies.
Yeah, you're talking about recycling club.
Connecticut stories.
Yeah. We're what? Give
Okay,
us some
so ask
Connecticut
like I can enlighten you to some Connecticut stories if you like.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
Or which ones?
I don't. Anything from high school, I guess. I don't know. Literally anything. Is any fun high school stories from like robotic club or whatever? Any autistic experiences?
All of them.
Jesus Christ, you can't kill a man.
So there I was with an extra chromosome.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, so this is like just a me experience really.
Sure,
but
that's
there
fine.
was this so our like advisor for tech team, Miss Stan, was like awesome. She was like the coolest person ever.
Mhm.
I think. All right, hold on.
Okay, actually I
Moving
don't think I should
forward,
tell
you
this.
should probably change the names. Is that a thing that we should go for?
Yeah,
No,
in
definitely
the-
not. Full
in-
names, no, full names.
Okay, I'm not gonna tell this story actually. I'll tell
Oh,
the story.
come
I'll tell the story later. I'll tell the story later.
Oh my god. Okay. This is a test episode. Only one public channel is gonna hear about it. All right.
Only one. Oh. Let me think of another one.
The good rule of
Do you
thumb
have any
is-
like? stories that you like know of but don't know?
I mean, I know about when Devin and you did the 4chan thread of your story. So there, I know.
That's so fucking retarded. Oh my god, I hated that shit. My friend Nick Crone made that thread. And he's probably the worst writer I've ever heard of in my.
Please start from the beginning.
I got a good.
Quite intrigued.
Oh, okay. Well, you should tell it, Colin, because you were the one directly involved with it.
There's this fucking. So you guys know what 4chan is, fucking obviously, but
Never heard of it, but go on.
Oh, fuck you. So my friend was like, "Oh, Colin, you got a lot of wacky stories about you. I'm gonna make a 4chan thread about you," and then he just made us like really fucking cringy 4chan thread about me. But I do have, what is it? This picture. If you check out my my screen share emerged from that night.
Yes.
Yeah, hold up. Don't put it away. Don't put it away.
Colin, no! No, he can't put him on red like that.
I gave him a poster of this for Secret Santa.
Oh my god.
So funny.
Oh, was it the Devin thing?
Yes.
Yeah. That's my cousin who was underage at the time.
Jesus Christ. He deleted it like right after, right?
I hope so. I think so.
That man
I
doesn't.
can't
Murky,
see the screen.
Yeah,
should
what's
we
up?
like say out loud what that fucking picture was?
Yeah, basically it was Devin sending DMs to Colin's underage cousin trying to
To be fair, Devin was also underage.
Okay.
This was not a DM. This was a
This is a
public
public
underneath
comment.
a picture.
This is a public comment.
What? Wait, I didn't know that. This was
This is a public comment.
You're
Both
on a
their names
picture.
are on the left side.
Let's give a verbatim quote here. You're
Yes,
pretty
Devin
hot.
McKay, what's up?
Here.
Emma-
Someone be
Emma
Devin. I'll
Todd.
be Emma. I'll be Emma.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone
What's
go
up?
be
Emma.
Devin.
Ooh.
Wait, no, don't. Wait, no, that's weird. Okay. What's up?
Quote, hanging out. Wait, no.
Hang.
I have dyslexia. Hang outing you.
Wait, I didn't even
Hangouting?
notice that. Hangouting. Oh,
That
no,
is so
she was
fucking funny.
talking to me on Hangouts. That's what was happening. Okay.
Oh,
You guys
wow,
were
that's...
using Google Hangouts?
Yeah, that's what we used before Discord. We started out with TeamSpeak, then we moved to Skype, then we moved to Hangouts.
Wow. I didn't know anybody
and
had an
then
intermediate step.
and then after Emma says that, Devin goes, "You're pretty hot. You good at sucking dick?" And then a winky like tongue stick out emoticon on a public Instagram comment.
Oh my god.
Unfucking believable.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So
he-
did
Did
did this
know?
for a meme, right?
I'm 90% sure, yes.
Because it
Well,
said
I
10
think
seconds
it-
ago. Because obviously you were like ready for that, that
Yeah,
comment.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
The screenshot, yeah. Or
Yeah.
someone posted it, took a screenshot,
And
and then,
then sent it
like
to
it
you.
wasn't him.
Yeah.
Devin may have taken the screenshot.
That's
also
Why
100%
would he-
possible.
Or
I
someone
guess-
on
I
his
guess if-
phone
He
posted
deleted
it
it right
with a
after,
screenshot.
right?
okay.
I hope so.
I guess if that was a
This is
joke,
true.
maybe
We're
the
gonna find her
context
fucking
of it being a
Instagram.
joke, that's whatever. But that's still, you guys had some weird humor in high school.
Yeah.
Uh,
What other?
I don't know. I thought the 4chan thread was pretty funny. Like when Devin showed it to me the first time.
I don't think it's fun. I think there's a lot of shit in there that's just flat out lies, and there's a lot of shit in there that's just really fucking cringy. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, where is it?
That's the one that comes to mind for me when I think about Connecticut lore.
Oh, I know where it is. I know where I can find it. Hang on.
I know there's a lot more that I've seen pass through Slack, but like it doesn't stay in my memory very long because it's not an actual there's no actual chronicles of it. I just see it and then I just slam the fucking MF lore button and then I go to sleep. But yeah, there's.
Anyways, it was mostly just about me being autistic and retarded in high school.
Understandable. What are there any new freshmen that you know of that are coming in that are from good old Shootyville?
No, actually.
Shootyville, did you just say? I think it's the most savage thing I've ever heard Nick Mercadante say.
That's not okay. To be fair, that's not an original. I heard that from either Colin or Dylan, maybe. I don't know. One of you guys call it Shootyville.
I call it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this fucking guy on Steam, Joe Schmo, I don't know who he is,
Okay.
but he has the fucking Imdra link to
the
the
thread?
4chan thread in his Steam profile under Legend of Todd, and I don't know who the fuck this kid is.
Wait.
But
So this isn't
Is
this
that
isn't
your
anybody you know.
Horse fan?
yeah, this is the thread that he made.
Yeah, there were a lot of posts and a lot of that's a lot of pictures of you that they just put on
Oh
the
my
internet.
god!
Were you
Let's see.
okay with this?
Yeah,
Okay. So you were at least in on it.
yeah.
That
But like I
So
was like,
funny.
I have a lot
Can you
more
pick
pictures
one
of
for the
me.
crowd?
Oh damn, you're
Yeah,
crazy.
sure. A picture of me or
No, one of the 4chan posts.
oh, okay.
yeah, give us one of the good green texts for our listening pleasure. Just to reminisce. There are a lot. That's like upwards of 20 posts. And I think people were like replying and stuff, right? This was like a somewhat popular thread at the time.
Was it really?
It was like there were like 5 people that were just replying a lot.
Okay. Still. More than I've ever got on 4chan.
Yeah.
Considering I got 0.
Nothing.
Wait. Go up,
What?
go up. Go up
Here?
a little bit. Go up a little bit.
This.
Todd has a list. A list of
This is
everyone
not
he's
real.
had a crush
This is
on.
not real. This
And
is something
how
that
far
Nick
he's
Crone
gone.
made up to make me seem more autistic
Really
than I am.
for
I swear to God.
And holy shit, everything's here. Even Jordan and T banging behind a church. Whoa.
That's real. That's a real.
He's professional too. Dates and names and shit. Look under T's entry. Name T. Farthest gone kiss. Reason broke up. Licked face.
Is that real? Is that real, Colin?
That is real.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. That's real.
God damn it. Oh my god.
Then underneath, T and Jordan have had sex now. I think they are too far gone. Todd, what the fuck is this?
I would never say
I'm
I'm
a very odd person, and I'm
Nick.
okay,
I would never
Todd.
say that.
Do right by you.
Are there any of these that are like actually pretty much true, or are they all a little exaggerated for comic effect?
Most of them are exaggerated. I haven't read this in a long ass time. This one's real. This one's real.
All right, what is this one? Can you read it to us?
Yeah, so as I said before, this entire story takes place in Newtown, Connecticut. Now there are people who have already gotten over the Sandy Hook shooting, and those who haven't. Todd's one of the former, and in fact, he lets people know he's one of the former. Or one he's talking with some girl about Bill Nye. Todd recalls how Bill Nye visited some Sandy Hook's kid, and he said, "Man, I wish my school got shot up so Bill Nye could visit me." The girl I was talking to freaked out, and she's like not over it. And okay, this second part is I didn't call her an emotional bitch. That didn't happen.
I don't believe that.
I may
Recall from
actually,
the earlier thread that Todd is a stone fucking cold. Oh my god.
I do remember that being a theme from these threads, being like a stone cold killer that you are.
Yeah. No, I was like super. I still am super awkward, but like I was more so in high school.
Yeah. This shit's fucking gold. That's really funny though. You straight up did that.
Yeah, I was like, man, I wish that my school got shot. Because like I didn't go to Sandy Hook.
See, that's the kind of humor that you need the right audience for.
I'm trying to find a
I'm glad you
picture
found it.
of the squirrel.
Oh my
Todd
God.
grabbed her face and licked, or Todd grabbed her head and licked her face
This is exaggerated too. That's not exactly what happened.
over and over.
What
Todd,
happened?
what have you
Wait,
done?
did you lick her face or not?
Yeah. Have you not heard that story?
I've heard it from the 4chan thing, but now you're saying it's exaggerated, so I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, what happened is so I was in the tech room with my quote unquote girlfriend.
Okay.
And so was Nick, the guy writing this, and his girlfriend. He goes, "Have you guys made out yet?" And we were like, "No." And he goes, "Okay, this is how you do it." And he really exaggerated, licked the girl's face.
Wait,
not all.
He licked his girlfriend's face in front
Yeah.
of you?
Yeah.
What?
He goes, "This is how you do it." And I
Wait,
was
so
like,
he was with his girlfriend and you were with your girlfriend?
yes, and we were the only ones there. And they did that, and I was like, okay, and I'm fucking autistic, and it was sophomore year of high school, and I'd never seen anybody make out before, so I was like, Okay.
But there's
Don't
another
say you're high school.
there-
You've never seen something make out before.
No.
there's another factor here though, which is your girlfriend didn't stop you and say, "Hey, that's not normal." So
Or your girlfriend
the real
Oh my
kicker is
God.
that she didn't know either, and so she just
didn't.
went with
That's
it.
true. That's true.
So
But
neither of
she
you.
broke up with you over it?
I don't think so. I don't. She broke up with me on the way to a class that we sat next to each other in, which I still don't know why she did that.
Probably because she was fucking anxious and shit, as she just wanted to get it over with, but then didn't think about
Yeah.
the repercussions.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, do I have the picture of me with a squirrel? That's... I don't think I do.
Colin Todd squirrel.jpg.
These are all of my pictures of me.
Oh my god. You have a whole, like, album of that.
Yeah, I got an album of like a bunch of people.
I don't have any pictures of myself. I need to update my Facebook profile. That's just
Yeah.
from, like, last fall.
Oh my god, you have a folder of just Devin pics. Oh, man,
no.
fucking prick. You're gonna print it out?
I didn't read it. Yeah, this is a good one. This is a really good one.
Is that what he was doing, his YouTube channel?
Yeah, Matted Gaming.
Oh.
Do we have anybody else here that you guys are playing?
Now this is epic. Oh my god.
This is
That's
so
the good shit.
organized.
I literally, my fucking pictures folder is just entirely memes, and then maybe some folders for like schoolwork, and that's it. I don't put anything in folders.
Oh, this is what the kid that wrote it looks like. This is him exposing himself to underage girls on Omegle.
Is this-
Oh no.
Is this the dude who sends you all the really weird and sometimes super racist like Snapchat?
No, that's
memes?
Ben Davis. This is my favorite picture of him. This is after his girlfriend broke up with him.
This is now Ben Davis.
Did that girl
No.
say, "Do you want to see my tits"?
Yeah, she's like, just feels bad for him
Oh wait, what?
because he's crying on Omegle, and she's like,
Oh my god! What?
That's so
It's that easy? You just gotta
fucking
cry?
funny.
yeah. So this girl,
Hey, Ethan, take pointers.
I got
I'm
I
taking
got some-
notes here.
I got some. Where's my Ben Davis? Yeah, this is Ben Davis.
Oh my god!
I don't have any good pictures of him. This is a good one. This is when I invited two of my friends to Walmart, and then they were like, no, and then Ben goes, I'll be there. When he was not one of the people I invited.
Oh no!
This is his doing his beekeeping internship.
So does he still send you the Snapchat memes? Or
Oh yeah, yeah.
okay. And this
He's like the source of my graph memes.
Beekeeping internship?
He was obsessed with beekeeping for a while. I got this folder
Beekeeping,
from
you
a
know
while
what?
ago.
That, I
Beekeeping's fucking cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
a cool
I'll-
job.
I think there's a beekeeping class.
I wouldn't be
There's
surprised.
a
Like
club,
wellness.
right?
That's what. Yeah, club, not a class. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, what kind of money can you make for beekeeping? I wonder.
Saving the earth.
Oh, that's not money. I need money for right now, so I can
Oh no.
buy crack
what's-
cocaine and hookers.
What's that smell? What's that smell? Opportunity. No, money.
Oh,
Dude, I love that movie.
What's that red picture all the way to the right?
This?
That one, yeah.
What is that? He fell over. Why did
So
you fall
that's
over,
on the
Colin?
beach trip. I think I fell asleep.
Oh my god. Colin, you know what I just finished tonight before we started
What's
this? I watched Return of the King. Finally.
Ooh, how was it?
It was good. It was a good, you know what? They're good movies. Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
pretty alright. Like them.
It's good shit.
I don't know why Frodo got on the boat at the end, though. I guess
Oh,
he was just,
okay.
he just didn't like
He was
living
just
in the
done.
Shire anymore. He was just like, I
No,
don't
he
wanna
was
live there
dying.
anymore.
So they didn't make this very clear in the movie,
Oh,
but
he was dying?
he was dying from the Barrow White Blade, not the Barrow White Blade, the oh fuck, I can't remember what it's called, the
Nazgul,
Nazgul blade.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Nazgul
he
blade.
was like dying from that.
Oh, okay. And so
The
he just
blade? What blade?
Remember in the first movie when he gets stabbed and he has to go to Rivendell to like get
get
healed?
Yeah.
Well, like they can't fix it. Like he's just dying from that. Like they didn't make that very clear in the movie,
yeah. I just
but in the books that's one of the. And also, the elves are leaving because
Right.
when they destroy the only thing that was like, keeping them like their magic alive was the three
Ring?
rings of power that they had, and that those rings were tied to the One Ring. And when they destroyed the One Ring, they were like, okay, like it's bittersweet because now like there's nothing keeping the elves like magic alive, so they got to go over to the west, which is where like all the gods are.
That's so they just go somewhere else and they get their magic powers back. Why doesn't
Yeah,
everybody?
pretty much.
Well, okay, I know, I understand why not everybody goes there, but like, okay.
But if you go there, you can't come back.
TM.
I
mean,
I
once
guess
you, once
so.
you
I'm not
come-
super clear on like the rules.
Once you
Wait,
come-
what about that elf that was like
No, she didn't leave
in
yet.
love with a dwarf?
Oh wait, what?
Oh, she wasn't. Are you
That
talking
was-
about Galadriel? Like the
Probably.
one who gave him like 3 locks of her hair?
That was made up for the Hobbit movies, wasn't it? That wasn't like.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Aw, man.
No. The woman elf in the Hobbit movies was made up for the Hobbit, but
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's not
yeah,
real. That's
yeah,
not in the
yeah.
books.
No, and the other chick that came back for Aragorn, she didn't leave yet. They were just taking a really long horseback ride to the boats, I guess.
Wait, are you talking about Arwen?
The chick with the black hair?
Yeah, no. So she chose to stay and become mortal.
Yeah, no,
With,
I understand that, but I
Aragorn,
was just thinking like, at the end of the
That's
movie,
adorable.
they're all getting on the boats to leave, but like it seemed like the way that was shot, it seemed like she was fucking. It took her 2.5 movies to get not even close to where they needed to get on the boats, and then she still had the time to turn around and go back.
I don't
in
know
the
what
third movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the Return of the King, she's on
Okay.
she's on horseback, and then she has the vision where she's like, she sees that she's gonna have a son with Aragorn, and so she's
Right.
just like, oh shit, all right, I gotta go back, and so then she turns around and rides back off towards her dad, which implies that they left for the boats in the first movie, so they were just out riding for a whole movie and then some, and they still hadn't reached the boats. But by the end of Return of the King, I guess time has passed, so that's fine.
Well, okay, so like in the books, time it's like way longer. Like I think 20 years passes between Bilbo's birthday and when like Frodo leaves with Gandalf in the
Okay,
books.
that makes sense. Yeah,
Like
I believe
the
that.
time is like way different in the books.
Okay. I guess I also. Is it only. I thought I remember somebody saying that there was. In the extended version of the movie, there was a thing where. Fucking. The snake dude and Sauron.
Snake dude.
The dude from Two Towers who left Rohan and went to Saruman's side or whatever.
Oh, Grima Wormtongue.
Yeah, Wormtongue. Sorry.
Yeah.
They attack the Shire or something.
Yeah, so that's how the books end. Like after they defeat Saruman doesn't die in the books at,
He didn't
at
die
that
in
place.
the movie either. Like
Yeah, he did.
You didn't. I didn't.
He fell
see,
on the spike wheel.
What?
Oh.
Oh, I don't think I. Is that in the extended version?
I think that might be in Two Towers.
I didn't. He just the tower just.
Was he in
He was in.
Return of the King?
No.
Okay, yeah, he died in Two Towers then.
Oh, maybe I
Yeah.
missed his death
But
scene or something.
in the books, he doesn't die until the very end, like after Sauron. Because
Oh.
like he attacks the Shire, and like that's the like climax of the.
Did they?
Like in the
was-
first movie, when you see like Frodo's vision of like the Shire burning, that's what it's like foreshadowing. But they ended up not doing that.
Okay. Was there an extended version of Return of the King where that did happen? Because I thought I heard that was a thing, or maybe I was just mixing it up with hearing.
I'm
about
not
the book.
sure actually. I don't think it happens in the extended version,
Okay.
but I haven't seen it in a year.
Because
So
I didn't remember seeing Saruman die in Return of the King. I just remember his tower getting surrounded by the treants and the flood, and he's just like, oh shit, the tower's
Right.
surrounded. But they never went back to him, so I didn't know
I
if he
gotcha.
died or not.
yeah.
But what you cooking there, Ethan?
Chicken sandwich, motherfucker.
Wow, very nice.
Ooh, I
Very
might eat my $30 lobster roll that I bought.
Oh my god. Fucking, yeah. That's the other thing about living at the Zonbase Hotel is that they don't have a toaster oven. They only have a microwave oven and a stovetop.
Oh no.
So I have just been eating microwave meals.
I make toast on the stovetop.
Yeah, I could do that. I could make like some grilled cheese or something.
Yeah,
but,
grilled
like,
cheese style.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to that fucking cheese place now.
Yeah, we
That
should
we
go
were
there
talking about.
sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked really interesting. But yeah, I don't know. We're almost at an hour now, so we've successfully recorded our
Yeah,
first
and like
test
20
episode.
minutes of that was arguing over Bichu or whoever the fuck was gonna listen to this.
Oh, okay,
Well, yeah,
yeah.
but Nick Mercadante goes, fucking, yeah, Beach is the only one who's gonna hear this. I'm gonna post in a public channel where anybody can click on it and anybody can join the channel from the entire history of CSA's members. But Beach is the only one who's gonna see it.
I was just exaggerating, okay? Can you please let me live?
He's the only one.
You.
It's fine, whatever.
Look, just don't say anything that you wouldn't want people to hear.
It's not that. I just want to know what topics to talk about depending on who's gonna hear it. You know what I mean?
So then just talk about stuff that you're okay with people hearing. Then you don't have to worry about that at all. You don't have to worry about topics that you should worry about. It's that simple.
You guys want to watch a Let's Play I made?
Oh my god.
In high school?
All right, we could do that. I think I'm gonna cut the recording here.
Okay.
And then
Wait, so podcast is over?
Yeah, podcast is now
Alright.
over.
Check the link dump for everything we talked about.
There's not going to be a link dump. Nobody is going.
Subscribe.
Oh my god! Please hit that notification
Smash
button.
that motherfucking.
Can we get 1 million likes? If we do that,
smash
I
it. We
will
need you to pound it.
die.
Pound it like I pound Murky's mom. Honestly.
Thank you. Thank you so much for ending the first episode.
Dude, pound it
such
like
a
Regina
high...
Mercadante.